Hello everyone, this is Ginger Pana here on YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. I am here to do a project share. Yay, finally a project share of a mini bookshelf that I had created for a swap that Jennifer and I are doing. Jennifer is Crafting Sweetness here on YouTube and Instagram, and I will leave her information below. But we were doing a 12 days of Christmas swap, and I am extremely late. We were supposed to get it to each other mid-December. It is now past to mid-January. For those of you who are closer to me, you know that my mom passed away right before Christmas, and so Jennifer was really kind enough to be really patient and wait while I get through um, my mom's arrangements and the mourning process. And I think I will always miss my mom for the rest of my life. She was my best friend. But and the Christmas came, so um I'm getting around now to finishing up her swap. I'm gonna videotape segments of my projects that I made for her. We had to make six handmade projects and six store-bought presents, gifts. And we wrap it all up and we put tags on them and we number them and we send them off. So I already did my unboxing and unwrapping of my 12 Days of Christmas from Jennifer. So I will link that video below. But here I am to do one of my handmade gifts. And this is the mini book tutorial. Before I go on, I just wanted to say that um, my mom loved to watch me craft. She loved everything that I made, and she was so proud. So I dedicate all my project share videos, things that I create, whether it be projects that I learned from you wonderful crafters to projects that I've altered to all kind of things. So everything I want to dedicate to my mom. So here's to you, Mom. Okay, so here is my mini book tutorial, my mini book project. And I followed a tutorial from Bree, who is with Love Bree here on YouTube. I will link her video below. Tony from Craft Purge also did a process video on her mini bookshelf. There are other crafters who made this project as well and have videos uploaded. So just search for mini bookshelf and you'll find a whole bunch of projects on Instagram and on YouTube. And but I will link below the tutorial that I followed for this. I altered it a little bit because of my laminating. I had to alter the books a little, but other than that, I kind of followed everything to the T. I did like the laminating of the books, and I also laminated the stand here. For the bookshelf itself, I used self-adhesive laminating sheets, and so I cut my paper, I put it all down, and then I cut out the shape and I put it all together. And I did do some little stitching around some of the panels, as you can see here. Okay, and here. And I think the laminating made it a little bit sturdy. And so the paper line that I'm using is Pretty Posy. And I'm not too sure where I bought it from. I had it in my stash, not for that long, but for a while. Maybe about, I think it came out last year. And so I used almost all of the paper pad here. And I know some of the crafters have showcased this paper line. It's really pretty. I didn't really want to use Christmas paper. I wanted to be something that Jennifer could keep on her desk, her craft area year round. And so I went with something a little bit shabby, but yet had greens and reds and pinks in them. Okay. So I'll put that away and I'll bring up my mini book case. And so in the front here, I decorated it very simply with a bow that I made from one of those faux leather bows, faux leather material. I did some flowers that were inspired and taught by Laurie, who is creating for fun. And so I glued it in the middle here. I had letter stickers, and I put hope here with some enamel dots. And because I decorated this around right after the New Year's, for me, there are certain words that I will draw this year too, and in my walk with Jesus. And I feel very strong that with everything that's going on in our world, with the pandemic and with government and just everything around us, that we really have to dive into God's words and keep really close to Jesus and pray and really ask for forgiveness and to never give up, never lose our hope, our faith, our love. And so these are kind of the words that I'm going to show in my projects that I made for Jennifer. Okay, here on the spine, I just did some um, button dangles. And so I'll show you more that I made later, but there I think there are some people who made some button dangles. Might have been Anna from Serenity Creations and Nat from Put Some Bling on It. And there is a little tutorial that I did follow, and I can't remember the crafter's name, but I will link her video below. And so I kind of took a take on that, and I made some dangles to kind of match the color scheme of this paper line. Okay, and I added it with a laundry clip, laundry pin. And so you can't decorate these books too chunky in the front because they won't fit in the holder. So I kind of did everything flat. The most bumps or embellishments that would be this enamel dots. And these buttons, I put some twine bows on it. And under the buttons, you're going to see that I started out using Nouveau drops. And I put little dots where the holes of the button was. Now, this ephemera came from a Knitwit, I think they're called Knitwit Designs or Knitwit Collections. And Jennifer had gifted it to me maybe a year ago and in one of our swaps, and she fussy cut a whole bunch of collections for me. And so I thought this collection with the color, I used I think two or three different collections, and I thought they went well with the paper because this paper didn't come with any cutouts or cut aparts or ephemera pieces, not that I know of, so or I didn't have any. I did outline a lot of the images with stickles just to add some bling to it. Okay, and all of my books are laminated as well. They're also closed with the snap and laminated as well. Okay, so I'm sorry, Jennifer. You know, some of the tabs I noticed are bent a little, and I think it's because I was trying to adhere the snap on it, and I might have pulled it and it bent. Okay, so that is my closure. And in each one, oh, so this one says love, and you can't really see it too good on the camera, but I hope in person, Jennifer will be able to see the words. Okay, and excuse my nails. I'm having a hard time with them. I peeled off my dipped nails and I kind of ruined some of my nails. Okay, so this is the book that I made, so it opened up. Now, here is the other part. So this one houses beads and some charms. You know, these plastic charms. I bought a bag from Walmart, and so I'm sharing them. So they all have they have shapes and they have holes on them. So you could make a dangle or a charm out of them. Okay. Now for these boxes, I'm a big fan of I think her name is Pretty Pink or Posh Paper Lady Posh, or I'll link her channel as well below. But if you go to her channel and you watch all her videos, she's an awesome box maker, envelope maker, 3D. I love watching her. She has so many good ideas. She's very intricate in the way she explains, and it's very easy to follow. And so all of her boxes, she always double layers the folds of her box. So it's not, you don't see the cut edge. You cut, there's a formula. So after you watch a lot of her videos, you kind of get the hang of it, but you cut double of the width here. So if this is 1 inch, you're going to cut 2 inches, and you have to make extra score marks. And then when you put the box together, the extra flap on the top, you would fold it down and adhere it and that's how you get this thickness and sturdiness. So if you can see, you can't see any of the raw edges from the top cut because they're all buried with this flap. Okay, so I just love that way. I've been doing my boxes that way for a very long time. I find I've done it this way so much that when I do just to cut edges, I I'm not happy with them because I think I know how to do it this way. Okay, so then I scored it and I made the book as such. Okay, so I will put this back in here. Okay, so not all are handmade, and there might be some Christmas embellishments that I had made for Jennifer because I worked on it ahead of time. And so you gotta stick your finger in here and kind of snap it in. Okay, so this is the first book with the dangle. And these tassels I had for I think a couple years already. I bought them off Ali. They're one of my first purchases, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and I bought a whole bag, and so I am only now starting to use them. Okay, so this is the second book, so it's kind of blue, and this one says peace. Okay, again there are this boots, and I stickled it, and I put some enamel dots there. See, some are hard to. I think that's how I bent the tab. I don't know why it's so hard to take off. Okay, so this has Christmas things that I made for Christmas. So this is poinsettias, and I die cut this out of foam, glitter foam, and then I just adhered it, and I put a little bling in the pearl, flat back pearl in the middle. Okay, and this is using the Lawn Fawn poinsettia die, stitch poinsettia. So it's all attached. I just detached the leaves, but I did one cut with this, and then I made many cuts and many different colors of the foam, and I just layered it. So these look really nice in paper. I think I made some paper ones, but I used them all for work. I was making tags. And then here is a candy cane, same concept with the glitter foam. And this is using the My Creative Time. This one, this candy cane. And it's an older die, but I believe that she still sells them in her shop. So it's this one right here. I love this candy cane. Okay, so that's this. And I put some ribbon that I bought off I don't know, I think it was Dear Donna D Stash, I believe. So she was selling some, I think these are from Hobby Lobby. Okay, so I gave Jennifer 2 of them. And then these wreaths I made. So these are with the punch that you saw on my screen earlier. This branch punch, and I think it's from Martha Stewart. Oops, sorry. I don't know. It doesn't have the name on it, but it's this one. Okay, so I made some wreaths with the punch, and the back is just a circle. So I cut out a circle and a circle, so the ring looks like this. And then I got all the branches that I punched out, and I just glued them around. And then I used some of my Nuvo drops, and you can use enamel dots or other type of bling, and I just put them on here, and I dried. And some have they all have, I dipped them all in glitter, so I don't know if you can see them very well, but they have glitter on them. And then I made this bowl, and I glued it on each one, so it's a little wreath. I like this pink one, so I just used different shades of the color of pink to get that effect. This one is using, I think, a Stampin' Up cardstock, maybe Old Olive, and this is just a green cardstock that I had in my stash. So I'm going to give Jennifer those wreaths, the candy canes, and the 2 poinsettias. Okay, now this way. So that is what is in this one. And again, you just stick your finger in, snap it. And this one is a kite and it says Faith. And here's the button dangle that I made. And I used the two-sided paper. So you see the invert. This is the inside and this is the out. So I just used one cardstock because the cardstock was pretty thick. And then when you laminate it, you know, it gives you that sturdiness. So here I got some flares that I got from Bona, who is Bona Tran Rivera, or Bona Rivera Tran. She has an Instagram where she sells all of her flares. So I'll list her channel below as well. She's also Live Love Scrap on YouTube. So it's all Hello Kitties. Okay, so this is like a kit, a flare kit. So there's different parts that you can use it to embellish, and she put a Hello Kitty bow and another flare on it. So I'm gifting Jennifer this set with the other flares. Okay. This one was a little bit easier to open and close. So again, the enamel dots, the buttons, the kite, and I really went to town with the stickles on this. Okay, and here's the button dangle. Okay, and my last book is this green one. So it has some, I think these are, not chrysanthemums. I forgot the flower name now. Is it chrysanthemums? Not sure. But anyways, here's Joy is on this one. Okay. And then in here, these are Felties from Todo Papel. And I buy a lot of her Felties. And she has a Etsy store, so I will link her below. She's also all over Instagram. She has 3 different accounts that she showcases other people's crafts as well as her Felties. And so I bought this gingerbread cookie, well, cookie set. So I'm gonna give Jennifer this gingerbread looking set right here. Okay. So that is what is in my last box. Okay, so when you put it all in, they look like this. Okay, so I hope, Jennifer, I hope you like the mini bookshelf that I made for you. And before I go, I wanted to show you my bead dangles. And so in my other haul videos, you notice that I've been hauling a lot of buttons. And so this is what I'm making out of them. I wanted to make button dangles. I wanted to do other crafty projects with buttons, but this is one that I made. So this is going to go to Jennifer too. I'm going to pack them in another handmade box that I'm doing for her. So this one has all the berry beads on them. So I got a pack of berry beads from, I think they were from AliExpress or maybe Amazon. I can't remember. Maybe Ali. And so I bought this pack of berry beads. Came in all these colors. And I just went through town with the buttons that I had. And I kind of pulled the colors that was close to the paper line that I was using. And these are the laundry hooks, laundry pins. I couldn't remember what they were when I first started to look for them. I had to ask Linda, my friend Linda, who is Elfandu, and we're trying to figure out. I gave her a picture and then she gave me the name. And then but anyways, they come in so much colors. I think there are different sizes. So I even got this one, and I don't know where I bought them. I have a very extensive bead and this kind of jewelry collection. Okay, so this one has all the metal kind of colors. And I also got this box, and I think it was either Amazon or, oh, I'm drawing blanks. What is that company that everyone's BB Craft? Okay, so this is all the different colored ones. And it also came with some clothespin, with some safety pins. Okay, but these are all different colors. So these are really nice to craft with. So I have a whole stash of these laundry clips, pins. And I also got this off of Ali. And I bought them in maybe 10 different color spools. And these are kind of like wax cords. They're not twine. They're a little bit more sturdy and they're stiffer, so you can string your beads with them. And I'm sorry, you can string your beads and or buttons, and you don't need to poke a needle through them because they're kind of stiff, will go right through the buttonholes. So I just cut a piece, and the video I link below kind of shows you how she made her button dangles, so you can go check her out. And then those are kind of the um, supplies that I use to make my button dangles there. Okay, everyone, so I will end this video. I will come back with my next project share in a little while, and I thank you all for coming and have a nice weekend. It's a Friday night. Bye.